You see it, don't you? The screen is flashing green. 50%. The Pi coin price just jumped 50% in a single day. The forums are exploding, the euphoria is at its peak, the Lamborghini dream is alive again. So many people are thinking, this is it, our time has come. But stop for a second. Take a deep breath. What if I told you that it's all a play? What if I told you that the number you're seeing isn't Pi, that it's just an imaginary number, a betting slip in the world's largest casino? And you, yes, you are the prey in a game flagrantly manipulated by the whales. While millions are getting drunk on the Pi price, a pump and dump manipulation on CEXs, somewhere else the Pi core team, the minds from Stanford, are quietly building a weapon that could end this entire casino. They didn't choose the easy path. They chose the hardest one. They didn't create a CEX. They are building Pi DEX, a decentralized exchange. This isn't just a technical decision. This is a decision that will reshape the entire crypto industry. This is the moment blockchain returns to its true essence, serving people, no longer a game of greed and manipulative algorithms. Do you know why Pi Network took 6 years? Do you know why they are slow and refuse to list on exchanges? Stay until the end of this video, because the answer isn't just about Pi, it's about the future of all cryptocurrencies, and it will completely change how you see this market. Part 1. The Web3 Casino. Why Pi said no. We are living in a dangerous, get-rich-quick world. In the crypto industry, the formula is all too familiar. A few months to create a token, a few weeks for massive promotion, hiring KOLs, pay an enormous fee to get listed on a major CEX, and then, boom, the price is pumped. Leverage, X100, X125, a brief euphoria, and then just as quickly as it rolls, the founders and VCs dump on the community. The project dies, users' money evaporates. How do they survive? They survive on our addiction, the addiction to leverage, the addiction to margin, the craving to get rich overnight. But Pi Network said no. 6 years. For 6 years, they patiently did one thing: build infrastructure. And when faced with the most important choice, creating an exchange, they made a decision that goes against everyone else. They didn't create their own CEX. They created a DEX, a decentralized exchange, where everyone holds their own assets, where every transaction is public on-chain. This isn't just about technology. This is a philosophy that blockchain must serve people, not the house's gambling games. Let me explain the deadly difference between a CEX and a DEX. When you deposit your 1 Bitcoin or 100 Pi coins into the wallet of a CEX like Binance, OKEX, or FTX, what do you actually own? Nothing. You don't own the coins. The number displayed in your account is not a real coin. It's an accounting IOU, a promise from the exchange that we are holding your coins for you. And when that promise is broken, just ask where the $32 billion from FTX users went. Ask the users of Mt. Gox, the world's largest exchange in 2014, where their 850,000 Bitcoin went. Ask the users of Celsius or Voyager. They trusted the house, and when the house collapsed, they lost everything. That is the world of a CEX, a world where you don't control your assets, a world where the house can paint the chart, manipulate candles to liquidate your positions, a world where the API can be modified, where transaction data is a black box that only the exchange owner knows. And this is the world of DEX, the world Pi is building. When you trade on Pi DEX, you connect your personal Pi wallet. You hold real coins. The transaction is real. Everything is recorded permanently on the blockchain. No one, not the Pi core team, not some exchange owner, can paint your chart. No one can pull the wick to forcibly liquidate your positions, because simply there is no leverage. There is no such gambling. The Pi core team, the scholars from Stanford, understand this better than anyone. They knew that if they launched a CEX immediately, Pi could have a price now. The community might be euphoric, but that price is a casino illusion. And when the illusion shatters, when the fever breaks,
The project would follow the same path as 26,000 other cryptocurrencies, a premature death. So they chose the long, sustainable, and real path, a decision from people who don't chase price, but chase utility and applications. Part 2. Pi DEX, a miniature Web3 economy. When Pi DEX is launched, you will see the difference isn't in the flashing interface, it's in how it is built. There is no centralized exchange. There is no single Amazon Web Services server. There's no house in the middle collecting fees. Everything runs directly on the Pi blockchain, an independent, immutable chain that cannot be shut down even if the whole world's internet goes offline. How important is this difference? Look at the top CEXs, Binance, Coinbase, OKEX. What do they depend on? They depend on centralized cloud systems, mainly Amazon AWS. A typical case, December 7th, 2021. An Amazon AWS outage occurred on the US East Coast. And what happened? Coinbase froze. Binance US froze. A host of financial services, including CoinMarketCap, were paralyzed. The money of millions of users was completely frozen. They couldn't log in, they couldn't trade, they couldn't withdraw, just because one Amazon data center went offline. That is the fragility of rented computing. In contrast, Pi DEX runs on a decentralized network of tens of thousands of nodes. There is no single point of failure. That is the fundamental difference between dependence and freedom. But Pi DEX goes further than Uniswap or PancakeSwap. It's not just a place to swap tokens. It is designed to be the economic heart of the entire Pi ecosystem. This is where blockchain is made real. There, users hold their own assets, not entrusting them to anyone. There, businesses wanting to build apps must be verified through KYB. No more fraudulent, anonymous projects. There, every application, every liquidity pool, every AMM must be based on integrated smart contracts. No fraud, no rug pulls, no arbitrary burning of coins or pumping of tokens. Do you want to create a game project on Pi? You must have real Pi to back it in the liquidity pool. Do you want to run an e-commerce app? You must KYB and make your identity transparent. Do you want to provide liquidity? You must provide real assets, no unbacked borrowing. Therefore, Pi DEX is no longer just an exchange. It is a true miniature Web3 economy. A place where value is born not from speculation, it is born from production and utility. A place where mining is no longer just pressing a button. Mining is building real applications that serve the 60 million person community. The value of Pi will not be decided by whales on a CEX. It will be determined by the amount of goods, services, and utilities transacted inside that ecosystem. Part 3. The Great Enlightenment and the Philosophy of Pi. Pi DEX is not just a product, it is a lesson. A lesson to educate the 60 million user community to understand blockchain, to understand their digital assets. The Pi core team is conducting a quiet enlightenment. They're weaning us off the most dangerous financial drug. No more unbacked borrowing, no short selling, no more X100 leverage exposing you to risk, no more candle wicks wiping out your account in the middle of the night, no more fear of being liquidated from a forced liquidation by the exchange. The Pi community is learning to trade real, understand real value, and take responsibility for their own decisions. This is a different Stanford, a Stanford in the decentralized world. No noise, no gimmicks, but extremely profound. After 6 years, Pi Network hasn't just created a blockchain, they created a new ethos for cryptocurrency. If Bitcoin was the revolution of trust, trusting math instead of banks, then Pi is the revolution of responsibility. The responsibility of blockchain is to serve people. Look at what Pi has done. They don't burn coins to create artificial scarcity. They let scarcity come naturally through Pi being locked up for use in applications. They didn't launch an ICO or IDO to raise money from the community. They distribute it fairly through mobile mining. They don't rely on speculation. They rely on creative labor and real consumption. This is productivism in the crypto world, where value comes from productive forces, not from gambling. Part 4. The critical juncture and your choice. Let's go back to that 50% number. Now you understand. The Pi price dancing on CEXs, it's just a trick, a shadow on the wall. Those 26,000 cryptocurrencies on 200 CEXs, most of them exist only to enrich the house, the exchange owners. Pi chose to serve people, and that very difference defines their Web3 philosophy. No house, no exchange owner, no wicks, only community and real value. When Pi DEX awfully opens, that's when CEXs will face an existential question. How can they survive when users understand that playing with coins on a CEX is feeding the house, while participating in a DEX is building an economy? How can they retain their community when the community realizes that real blockchain doesn't need intermediaries? That is why Pi DEX is called a historic turning point.
It's not just saving the Pi project from the swamp of speculation. It's trying to save the entire crypto world from its addiction to margin, futures, and pump and dumps. When a crypto project dares to reject the path of getting rich quick, when they accept going slow, building the infrastructure brick by brick for 6 years, that is an arduous and extraordinary path. The day Pi chose to build a DEX instead of a CEX was the day blockchain walked out of the casino. This is not just a technical revolution. This is a humanistic revolution, where people, not manipulative algorithms, are placed at the center. And the issue right now is that fake price over there might rise 50% today, and tomorrow it could absolutely be dumped by whales back to $0.1 or even lower. But that price is meaningless. The question isn't whether you believe in that flashing price. The question is, who will still believe in the project's vision? Who will remain patient and trust the Pi core team's steps? Or will they get scared and panic sell their belief for a fake number in a CEX casino? Pi Network has chosen its path, an exchange with no house, no wicks, no fear of liquidation, only transparency, fairness, and belief in real value. The future of crypto doesn't lie in flashing price charts. It lies in the people who know how to create value. They have chosen. What about you? Your Pi, your choice. What do you think of this decision by the Pi core team? Is Pi DEX the future, or is it just a utopian fantasy? Let me know your choice in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pi from Us to analyze the hidden corners of the crypto world together. Thanks for watching.